Hello and welcome to Everything to Guppy, the podcast where we talk about every single item, every single concept, every single thingy in the Binding of Isaac. I'm William Hughes, and I'm joined, as always, by a guy with a real odd future, Gary Butterfield.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Odd future.
Yeah, keeping some modern music in there. I don't listen to it, but I'm aware of it.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
This the most recent woman to break my heart got me into this band called Future Islands, and I'm actually extremely sentimental listening to it. She was like, "Hey, check this out. I think you'd like it," and I checked it out, and I did because she and I were extremely in sync. And then now, though, if I listen to it, it makes me depressed.
See, Gary, that's why my secret is I don't like any pop culture that anyone else recommends to me.
Yeah, it's true.
And that way my heart is insulated.
Yeah, your heart is absolutely insulated, whereas mine, shredded pile of garbage on the floor of the bathroom.
Just pocket picking through it.
Yeah, just pocket using it for litter. It's where I'm left. How you doing?
I'm all right. I was worried I had a UTI recently, and Olivia suggested I find some of that special cat litter to pee in.
Oh, you know what? I just got my first delivery of that today.
The special UTI.
I can save you a shot glass full of it if you'd like to come over and pee in it.
Gary, you got to be super careful with that shot glass because I'm going to be over there and I'm going to be like, let's do shots. Like I do.
Well, and if you overflow, I'm kicking you out. Like you have to pee into the litter that's in the shot glass, and no more and no less.
Yeah, no, I can do that. I can turn the valve on and off, and then it burns horribly.
Yeah, you got a good kegels.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, thank you.
Yeah, a real New York style kegel.
With a big thing of cream cheese.
You got some locks on my kegel. Ugh. Kegel and locks.
Gary,
no.
Gary, what item are we talking about today?
The odd mushroom. What? Which one? The skinny one.
Yeah, thin.
Yep. The good one.
Yes.
The other one I don't like.
I'll have to look at what it does because I can never tell these two items apart.
It's a tiny damage up. It's one empty heart, but a big speed down.
Okay.
This one, good speed up, the standard speed up, 0.3. Decreases your size, which I like. Reduces your damage and provides a negative damage modifier for the rest of the game. That sounds pretty rough.
Yeah, it does sound rough, Gary.
It takes 10% of damage ups from the future and takes half a point of damage away from you roughly. But it's a plus 1.7 tiers, which it doesn't give you the actual numbers in this thing, what that means, but it almost sets you to the max tier rate.
Yeah, it is a very large tiers up. This is, in its way, this is kind of like a half measures version of soy milk.
Mm-hmm.
An item I'm excited to talk about.
Me too. That's another one of the big ones. And but it's so much better. This is, as far as on the first floor, this is in the top, easy, top 10 DPS items you can get. Because that damage lowering is just very minor. It's about 1/7 of your damage. And you are firing tiers almost twice as fast.
Yeah.
It's a huge DPS upgrade.
Get this with my buddy Cancer? Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just incredible with that. I think once you get this, you can only take one more tiers up and then you're at the cap.
Yeah.
So very nearly the cap. So extremely good. I really like this item. The damage down is a bummer, but just having that rate of fire right off the bat just feels real good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and speed. Speed again, we talked about. I like to get a speed up,
Yep. Just the one, though. Get 2, and you're going too fast. Woo!
Well, two is fine, but 1 is what I feel like I need to, feels right.
Yeah.
1 speed up Isaac is about the speed I want to move Isaac.
Yeah, you don't even fucking feel it at 1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I took a drink of water there, and I wasn't expecting you. I was expecting you to talk for longer.
Oh, I mean, Gary, I can talk longer if you like. I was born in 1984.
What does the Constitution mean to you?
Oh, that is the stat that determines HP.
Excellent. And saves sometimes.
Saves sometimes, yeah. And also, if your DM is on the ball, some good, some of the more interesting saving throws.
Saving throws and skill checks and stuff.
Yeah.
Con checks can be good.
Gary, we're coming up on my my annual Halloween Dread game, and I'm so excited.
I'm really excited too, man. Not that I'm invited or anything, but I'm still excited.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because one of our players may have just had a baby tonight.
Ooh.
So that's going to be an interesting atmosphere.
Make the Dread game all about the anxieties of a new father.
Daughter, mother.
Oh,
Gary,
yeah.
you fucking gender norming.
I can't
asshole.
operate on this baby.
Yeah.
It's-
My knife melted.
yeah, I can't use this scalpel made of ice on this baby in a room that's facing, all the walls are facing north.
Gary, I don't want to talk about King's Quest V.
I am the great King Pagliacci. Yeah. Well, that is very interesting.
Ooh, Gary, what if there was a Joker who told a lot of riddles?
Ooh, baby.
How sarcastic are you being?
No.
Because I just described the Riddler.
Yeah, no, I was being sarcastic.
Okay, good.
I was just playing along.
Yeah, okay.
I'm very familiar with Batman's Rogues Gallery.
KG Beast.
I would. We didn't do our summer game retreat now this year because I'm positioning it as a winter one because we're all kind of busy, and I think that might be fizzling out. Like I was like, hey, what if we did this in the winter? And everyone's like, cool, but nobody seemed really excited about it.
Yeah.
And like Nick's getting married and stuff. I feel like that time might have passed, which bums me out, but it might be the case. But I've been thinking of my Dread ideas for that, like a game of Dread that I would like to run.
Yeah. I feel like, can I talk about my ideas on here?
I can. I said that this might be really boring if we don't, but we might not be able to. Like I said that thinking I could tell you my idea, and then realized like, oh, actually I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to tell people the name of my campaign. I think I've told this one to you before, but it's One Night at Arby's.
Oh, you have told me about this.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
I think that'll be good.
The thing I love about Dread is that you can kind of angle the characters by writing questionnaire. Like that's how you create a character in Dread, is you fill out a questionnaire that the game master creates.
But the DM creates it.
Yeah,
like it has like equal say in it. Yeah, I love that process. Like coming to those questions is one of my favorite parts of running that game.
Yeah, and this time I have made some like real weird, like started them at weird initial places. Like one person is a vampire and one person is a vampire slayer, and one person is a serial killer, and then the other two are just normal people. And I like it. I'm really interested to see how it plays out.
I don't have a very developed idea, but that is along the lines of mine, which is to do something like the very first adventure that's in the Dread book is essentially like a Jason thing where all of the players could conceivably be the killer.
Yeah.
And to play that wasn't the exact angle, but to do something that was explicitly antagonistic.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea I want. I want to encourage, because it's going to turn out to be like a Wishmaster type scenario.
Ooh, Wishmaster reporting for duty.
Yeah. And I wanted to like create a scenario where people are at odds with each other. And for people who've never played it, Dread is a very, very cool, it's designed for one-shot tabletop games. And the big basic mechanic is that instead of rolling dice to do anything, you have to pull from a Jenga tower. And if you knock over the tower, you die.
Yep.
In real life.
Yes, yeah, you get summarily executed. So it gives you the player the feeling that the character would have is the idea, and it works really well. Our trick when we were doing it, I think we've already talked about this, but I'll talk about it for the audience, is Nick is into like some noisy feedback bands I don't like that are great for Dread.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a soundtrack is really essential for Dread, and putting on this kind of dissonant thing that randomly kind of jumps in volume makes people jump as they're reaching for the thing, and not like knock it over like enough, but like make them feel unsure when the jump is going to come.
Yeah, I might need
We found it very additive.
Yeah, boy, because I just have like a spooky playlist, but that might be...
Sun with 2 N's is the name of the band.
Okay, I will check that out.
Yeah, super cool. The only but like my thing, the idea I had was inspired by Clue. Like, weirdly enough, like just like that entry where they all have reasons to do something to each other, and just set up a situation where it's like essentially a hexagon, where everybody has a reason to be against everyone else.
To make someone a hexagoner.
Indeed. We didn't talk about this item very much because we talked about the stats that it does, and it just stats.
Yeah, it's a stat up. And in some cases, a stat down.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that stat down, I think, is worth it. I don't take it late in the game because I usually, if you have like 2 or 3 tiers up already, don't take this.
Yeah, because it will just push, you're already near the cap, and it'll just, unless again, cancer.
Yeah, cancer, when you can break the cap, that's great. But otherwise, like, this is a great first tiers up. After that, it's probably skippable.
Baby's first tiers up.
Aw, baby, no more tears.
Yeah, isn't it weird that they market a shampoo that sucks all the tears out of your body?
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, boy, kills a lot of babies.
Well, you know what it is? It's the same people who sell Visine.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Gary, that's American business for you. They kill the cow and sell you the scream.
I solved it. I solved it.
Gary solved
You solved it too.
capitalism.
We solved it together.
Gary solved the ultimate ARG.
If you like the ultimate ARG, you should head to.
That made me laugh because it was like, we could just say goodnight. But
Yeah, I know. But I gotta get in those plugs. I gotta get that money.
yeah, cassette garblin'.
Yeah, go. Well, I did my one for that already.
Well, I get one.
Oh. Okay, well now I owe you half the cassette goblin proceeds.
Yeah,
that's a really interesting Patreon because I don't know exactly what it's going to cost me to make yet. I crunched a bunch of numbers and I have a really good idea, but also and this is bad of me, but I'm very prone to being upsold for cool things.
Yeah.
So if I do it and they're just like, well, and I'm like, man, it's like this is $7 to make it this thing that I didn't already promise, I might just do it. And if it's scale, that will end up hurting me, but it's very hard for me not to do it. So I'm wrestling with that kind of thing.
Yeah, and especially it's going to be extra expensive now that I'm moistening my bird mouth.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv.
Mouth makes that way worse.
Yeah.
Ratings, reviews, iTunes. Good night.
Good night.